By the end of this video, you will understand dividends better than most people who already invest in them. What one is, why a company would ever hand you cash for doing nothing, how to read the numbers, and how to find the ones worth owning. Let's build it properly. You already met the idea. You buy a share, you own a slice of a real company, and when that company shares its profit, your slice pays you. That payment is a dividend. Today, we go deeper, with real numbers. So, precisely, a dividend is a portion of a company's profit that its board of directors decides to pay out to shareholders, the owners. It is money the company earned, sent to the people who own it. It is always quoted per share. If the company declares a dividend of 400 francs per share, then every single share you hold pays you 400 francs. Let's make it concrete with a made-up example. Company A. Its share costs 10,000 francs. You buy 100 shares, 1 million francs invested. Company A's board declares a dividend of 400 francs per share for the year. 100 shares times 400 francs is 40,000 francs paid to you that year. Now the single most useful number in dividends, the yield. The dividend yield is simply the annual dividend per share divided by the share price. For Company A, 400 francs divided by a 10,000 franc share is 4%. That is a 4% yield, and say it with me, that is 4% per year. Yield is powerful because it lets you compare any two companies on the same scale, whatever their share price. A cheaper share and an expensive share can pay the very same 4%. Now the question that puzzles people, why would a company give away its cash at all? Start here. A healthy company makes a profit. It then has a choice for that profit. It can keep the profit and reinvest it, new shops, new machines, new staff, to grow. Or, if it already has more cash than it can wisely reinvest, it returns some to its owners. That return is the dividend. So mature, steady, cash-rich companies tend to pay dividends. Young, fast-growing companies usually keep every franc to expand. That is not stinginess, it is strategy. Both can be good. They just pay you differently. A steady, growing dividend is also a signal. A board only commits to paying and to raising what it believes the company can keep affording. Cutting a dividend is embarrassing, so serious boards protect it. Which brings us to the safety number, the payout ratio. It asks, of every franc the company earned, how much did it pay out as dividends? Say Company A earned 800 francs per share and paid 400. 400 divided by 800 is 50%. It paid out half and kept half to keep growing. That is healthy. But if a company pays out more than it earns, a payout ratio above 100%, it is paying you with borrowed money or savings. That cannot last. A very high payout ratio is a warning, not a bonus. How often are you paid? It depends on the company. Many pay every 3 months, quarterly. Some pay twice a year, some once a year, and a few even pay every month. If Company A pays its 400 francs across 4 quarters, that is 100 francs per share, 4 times a year. 4 payments that add back up to the same 400. One rule protects your payment. To receive a dividend, you must own the share before a cut-off date called the ex-dividend date. Buy the day after, and the person who sold to you keeps that one payment. Own it before, and it is yours. Never forget the second engine. Your total return is the dividend you are paid plus the rise in the share's own value over time. Income while you wait and growth underneath it. We covered that engine in the second check and the reinvesting lessons. Now, picking single companies is work, and it concentrates your money in one business. There is a simpler tool, a dividend ETF. An ETF is a single basket that holds many dividend-paying companies at once, dozens, sometimes hundreds. Buy one unit of the basket, and you own a slice of them all. If one company pays less 1 year, dozens of others keep paying. That is diversification. One weak payer cannot break you. An ETF charges a small yearly fee called the expense ratio, often a fraction of a percent, for doing that work. And many dividend ETFs pass their payments to you monthly. For most beginners, a broad dividend ETF is the calmest starting point. So how do you actually find good dividend payers? Tonton Eric uses a simple screen, a checklist you can apply to any company or fund. 1. A steady yield, roughly 3 to 6% per year. 2. A payout ratio it can afford, comfortably under about 70%, so the dividend has room to keep growing. 3. A track record. Has it paid, and ideally raised, its dividend for many years? Companies with long histories of rising dividends have earned trust. 4. A business you understand, in good financial health. 5. Don't put it all in one company or one sector. Spread it, or let an ETF spread it for you. To do the searching, investors use a stock screener, a free filter where you set the yield range, the payout limit, and let it list the matches. One prospecting tip that saves beginners: the highest yield is rarely the best. A very high yield usually means the price fell because that one company is struggling. So smart, investors always ask why a yield is high before buying. And a simple way to spot a fake: a real dividend is quoted per year. If anyone promises you a fixed percentage per month, that is not a dividend. No honest company pays it. So, to actually invest, first, open an account with a licensed, verifiable investment platform. Second, choose your path: a single dividend company you have screened, or a broad dividend ETF. Third, buy and hold. Fourth, while you are still building, reinvest the dividends, so the payments buy more shares that pay you too. That is the snowball from our reinvesting lesson. When you are ready to live off it, you simply switch to collecting the cash. Now here is the advantage you have right now, not someday, today. The world's markets are already open to Cameroonians. From your phone, in Douala or Yaoundé, you can own these global dividend companies today. And notice the money you own them in. These shares trade in US dollars. You pay in CFA to buy them. But from the moment they are yours, your wealth is held in dollars. This is the part to underline. Across decades, the US dollar has held its value far better than the CFA franc. It is the stronger, steadier money. So your investment does not only grow, it grows, and it is stored in the stronger currency. And watch the exit. When you withdraw, you convert from dollars back into CFA, from the stronger currency into the weaker one. Each dollar you built turns into more CFA than it would have at the start. The conversion itself works in your favor. So you stack two gains at once: what the investment earns and the strength of the dollar you earned it in. You came in turning CFA into dollars. You leave turning dollars back into a larger pile of CFA. Recap: a dividend is your share of a company's profit. Yield is the dividend divided by the price per year. Payout ratio tells you if it is safe. An ETF spreads the risk, and you can own these global companies in US dollars, the stronger currency, right from your phone. This is the lesson to save, and to share with anyone learning to invest. Subscribe for a new money lesson every week and join the free waitlist at InvestCam.net. Educational content only. No investment advice and no guaranteed returns.